Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. And Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Yule, Happy Kwanzaa, or whatever else you happen to be celebrating for this season. It is good to just have some friends and have some company and just be able to spend some time together for Christmas. So thank you for joining me. I
Yay.
have with me Polymathic Jen. Jen, thank you for coming.
Hi. Oh, you're welcome. It's always fun to hop on your streams, Granny.
Thank you. I do not have a specific topic planned for today. The plan was if there's anyone in the chat that has a topic they want to talk about, we'll talk about it. If people just want to chat, we'll just chat. If people want to share stories, we'll share stories. And if nobody has anything to say whatsoever, then I brought some books to read.
If
And
if Manda comes over from her stream, we should have a little bit of talk about the James Webb Telescope because it is a Christmassy thing because of when it
mm,
was being launched, which
mhm,
I think is awesome because we've got a really good sciencey thing that we can talk about for Christmas,
that sounds
and
great.
we can pick Manda's brains, being that she worked at NASA in the past and everything, be really good. So, um, but I knew she comes over because I think I've already exhausted my knowledge on earlier streams. So hi,
I didn't
boy.
even I didn't even know about it until I read a story about it this morning. And I responded asking when the Vulcans are going to make first contact.
Oh,
And I was told that the answer was April 20, I can't remember if it was 23rd or 25th, 2063.
yeah, we've got a little while, and we have to invent warp drive first. So,
Right, right.
having said that, we there's actually been recent strides in that direction because ooh, why is the scientist's name eluding me at the moment? Okay, uh, part of um part of the advanced propulsion um, directive that at NASA. I mean, people think that NASA just do normal stuff. They actually do fund looking into other forms of propulsion. They've actually been doing a recent test on some ideas to do with creating warp bubbles. So one of those experiments has yielded a few small results about creating tiny, tiny warp bubbles. So it it looks like some of our theories about how you could conceivably create a warp bubble are actually accurate, but
Mm.
it's a big step from the little tiny, maybe we've created something in the lab which still needs to be confirmed, to hey, we've got a ship that can fly across the galaxy. But when you're talking that time frame to sci-fi, where you've got we're in 2020 now and you're talking 2060 in Star Trek, you know, we've got 40 years
Hmm.
to do that in. If we
Hmm.
can do a lot in science in 40 years, so who knows? Maybe the first warp drive will be around 2060.
Who
And
knows?
we
Who
might
knows?
encounter our first aliens at that point, you know?
Hmm.
Although I think the whole premise in Star Trek that you're an advanced race and you're ignoring other races until they've developed their own warp drive is kind of ridiculous. I think the universe is so big and you're so unlikely to come across another intelligent life form that races would actually go and at least say hi
Hmm.
to each
Yeah.
other, or invade each other or destroy each other, because the thing that people forget about it is evolutionary imperative that makes intelligent species and makes us evolve as intelligent species actually imposes a tiny little bit of aggression as part of that survival trait. So
Hmm.
most races that are going to be the ones that become intelligent and develop new technologies are going to have a little bit of aggression, a little bit of xenophobia, and all those horrible things that we try to get out of ourselves as humans.
Hmm.
Other races are going to have similar traits. Um, so I don't know, because I think we could find that other races could be a little bit aggressive. PB says that I have silence. So you not are people in this chat not actually hearing us?
No, I'm seeing quite a few things, and there's a few things that I was going to talk about that are in the chat.
Mm.
Um, and first was a question from our dying son, which is, do penguins have knees?
That's a,
And that's a very good question. I don't really know. Most birds do have knees. Most bird
the
knees.
concepts of how they work are different because you're talking about a joint system that works reverse to how ours does in birds. So a
Mhm.
different part of the joint is what we would consider the knees in humans. So yes, but it doesn't look like a knee to us because the legs are structured slightly differently for most birds. So yes, I would say so, but yeah.
I'm also looking for just there
Not
it
a
is.
biologist.
I saw that B is in the chat, and
Hi
so
B.
I am sending a link to B if B would like to jump into the stream. There,
Phoebe's there as well.
Phoebe's there. Okay.
Yeah. Phoebe should be
Um,
in the group though, so Phoebe should already have the link.
yeah, I sent the link to a couple of the groups. And Atheist Edge is in the chat as well. And Atheist Edge has a link if Atheist Edge wants to join. Oh, Mage Grey Wolf says yes, penguins have knees. Okay,
Yeah,
very good.
I mean, it's in the same thing that whales have fingers. You
Mhm.
have the bone structures are still there even if you can't see fingers. So the structures would be there even if they don't have functional ones. So
Okay.
that's how evolution works.
Mhm. Fun fact: my knees bend backwards.
Oh, that's not good.
I have very loose joints. I always have.
Is
I
that a
have
ligament thing?
yeah, I have
Mhm.
32 double joints, and my
Oh,
knees
wow.
bending backwards are two of those 32. Most of the double joints are in my fingers. I can do all kinds of strange things with my fingers. Some of them make it difficult for me to do certain things, like trying to push a button. My thumbs go like this, and so when I try to push a button, my thumb bends backwards, and it's kind of hard for me
I
to
was going
do.
to show you that mine did the same thing, but I realized that my video is not on. And I'm not putting it on because I'm sitting in the dark. So
Mhm. And I have a question. Do you have Ehlers-Danlos? I assume that's a condition with loose joints. I have not heard of that, so I don't think so. Um,
yeah, you'd have to explain. Yeah, we're neither of us are medical or bio. Where's Doctor Ben when we need him?
right, right. I could look it up but I'm trying to go through all of the remarks in the chat first. Okay, there's a few other things that I missed that I wanted to bring up. Let's see. We got that one. Oh, here we go. What if we find a structure in CMBR like in Stargate Universe?
So the cosmic micro background radiation. Well, we do find structures in the CMBR, and I'm not exactly sure what the structure you're talking about in Stargate Universe, despite the fact that I've actually seen most of the Stargate episodes. But if we're talking about if we find a structure that points to a previous universe or points to an underlining intelligent structure to the universe, well, then that's just the thing we find, isn't it? Science doesn't have a goal, so we get to where we are based on the evidence that's there. So I'm not exactly sure what's meant by the question, to be honest.
Okay. Hello, B.
Hi B, how are you?
Hello, beautiful people. How are you
Merry
guys?
Christmas.
Merry Festivus, Xmas, Hanukkah,
Happy
Yule.
Newton
Feliz
Day.
Navidad, Kwanzaa, winter solstice. Did I count? Is that all?
I finally came up with the correct response to keep Christ in Christmas.
Uh-huh.
Keep you in Yule.
Ah. So you like Yule tide or Yule log?
Yule was was a celebration for winter solstice
Yeah.
even before Christmas was, and yeah, Yule log is part of the Yule celebration, and
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yuletide is kind of part of it as well. Okay, Purple is here too. Hello,
Hey,
Purple.
Peps.
Burps.
Hello.
How are you, sweetheart?
Actually, we celebrated on Yule on Tuesday night. It's the longest night of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's
sure you
one
would
of the
know
few
that.
holidays I observe because it's not just an arbitrary date on the calendar. It actually has to do with the planet's position relative to the sun and the angle. So
You know, Junie, we do share some DNA with birds, so who knows?
we share a lot more with bats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I-
bats are mammals.
Yeah.
The
Actually
common
are.
Scandinavian greeting is God Yule.
All,
Which is
all
not-
the all those
Yeah.
all those
It's not a
examples of
religious
convergent
reference at all.
evolution. Yeah, sorry, Peps. I didn't mean to talk over you.
That's okay. Just God Yule is not a religious reference at all. It's just the way it comes out for good Yule.
Hmm.
There you
Oh,
go,
I
everybody.
forgot to put my
So yeah, those signs of convergent evolution are just awesome. You know, what is it? Flight has evolved 5 times on our planet. So you've got obviously birds and insects, bats, the petrosaurs, and there's another one as well. I can't remember what it is.
Well, actually, an insects has
5
evolved
times.
twice.
Yeah,
Because
insects has evolved twice.
dragonflies evolved flight independently of all other insects.
Hmm.
Mm.
Hello, beautiful
wings
Hey,
person.
Sam.
The wings
Hello,
are actually
Hello,
made
Sam.
from a different structure
Hello.
entirely.
How you doing, Sam? It's been a
well,
while.
I wanted to clear something up, actually. Are you
Sam.
knocking off the Sam and just going with Chaos now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I heard,
Oh,
so I
yeah.
wanted to clarify with you.
So it's just chaos now.
Yeah. So I guess to clarify on a stream at some point, Chaos is the name I go by, like IRL. And I've started using it like super publicly. And so now I'm like, fuck it, I'll use it on YouTube as well, rather than using the Sam.
Well,
Cool.
sounds good to me.
And Purple, we've
That's what I do.
interrupted you, so we'll let you finish what you were having to say.
I don't even remember what I was saying now, so that's
Yeah.
okay.
We're bad.
It does happen.
That's okay, because I wanted the clarification from Chaos also.
Okay.
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
So did everybody do Christmas events today? Who didn't? Who did?
Yeah.
What about you, Granny?
We did. We opened presents, and I'm going to make a big dinner. And I talked to all the grandkids this morning,
Cool.
so that was nice. Called my brother
Rock
too. My dad died last Saturday, and
Oh.
so
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. I'm sorry,
Oh,
Granny.
Kelly, I'm so sorry. I didn't even know.
it's okay. It was he. I talked to him right before Thanksgiving, and he seemed to be doing okay. And I got a call from my brother right after Thanksgiving saying that in the last 2 weeks his health had just deteriorated rapidly.
That's how it seems to happen. It's like so
Mhm.
fast sometimes.
So his birthday is the 1st of January, and so we'd planned to have all of us get together and have a big birthday party for him, knowing that this would be his last birthday.
Aw.
But then he died last week. He didn't even make it to his birthday.
Oh, shit. Damn, how old was he?
88. He
Oh
would have
my
been
God,
89.
that's not too bad though, you know?
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. And for
That,
our
like,
family,
to
that's
be good
that's
up to
long.
88. That's a
Mhm.
goal.
He never had any problem mentally. You know, he had no signs of dementia whatsoever.
Good.
Which is impressive and good.
Hmm
Yeah, yeah, it really is. You know, it's funny because we have some patients at work that range between 81 and 91, and they're sharp as a tack, and they're online, and they do stuff, and they'll message us through oh, can you send me a copy of your insurance card? Sure, let me take a picture. I'll send you at my cell phone. And they're like, you know, one of them's like 91, and he's and he's fucking brilliant. And he actually just beat prostate cancer.
That was something that
at
was a
91
challenge
years
for my
old.
dad. My dad had a problem with technology. He was okay with computers. Computers were fine, but
Right.
cell phones he never got. And one thing that was difficult for him toward the end, and when I say the end, I mean, the last 3-4 years, is he would get mad that he's not being included in group mess. How are you guys knowing all this? How I didn't know about it. And
Oh yeah.
are you guys all communicating on Facebook? Because he's not on Facebook either. And we tell him, no, Dad, we text each other. And well, how do you do that? You have to use a cell
Aw.
phone.
Poor guy.
Mhm.
Yeah, some people, that's like my Nana, she died at 92 and a half, basically. And she died in February of 2008. 2008. Shit. Hold on. Yeah, it was 2008. Anyways, not that matters to you guys, but she was just like on the ball with everything, smart as a tack. Had gone and her old optometrist died because he was so old, and her doctor had died, so she ended up going to these new doctor, new optometrist, and they gave her this like food regimen, and she stuck to it, and then she didn't have any fucking diabetes issues. And then she went into the optometrist and he did surgery, and she had worn glasses for I don't know how long, ever since I remember. And we're sitting there, and I'm staying at her house on the weekends while I'm a truck driver, and it's just kind of like doing laundry for her and cleaning up and stuff she couldn't do during the week. And so we're sitting there. Hey, yeah, that's right, Willis. I'm telling you, halves really, they count more when you get to 92. I think. So, but she was sitting there without
Not
her glasses on.
statistically.
I said, yeah, right. I said, Nana, where's your glasses? She goes, oh, I don't need them anymore. I'm like, Nana, you're not supposed to drink because you're diabetes. Oh no, I'm fine now. I'm like, what the fuck? You're 92. And so she had said to me, she said, this just isn't my world anymore.
Mm-hmm.
She said, I don't understand it. Everything moves too fast. She said, I'm ready for God to take me. And she had back-to-back strokes and died 4 months later. So she was ready. So I wasn't very sad for her. She had an amazing life. She was like one of the original Rosie the Riveters, and she like welded underwater and stuff for the Navy during World War II, and ended up with mesothelioma, and gave her some heart issues. And but besides, I mean, she took her pills and she was fine. She was a little fucking beast, 5'1", and just, you couldn't tell her nothing. We walked into a pizza shop, and she was like, I want pizza. I don't want to cook or anything. I was like, neither do I. She's like, all right, well, there's this place up the road. It's newer. We'll check it out. So she calls in and orders the pizza. And we go up there, and she drove, and we're driving like 10 miles an hour in a 25, because that's all the faster she was going to go. And we pull into this place, and we go in there, and she walks in with her cane, and she puts it on her arm, and she goes, is this good pizza? And I said, yes, ma'am, it is. And she said, okay, because if I go home and it's not good, I'm bringing it back, and I want my money back. Love you, but we lived in Northeastern Rhode Island, and there were old people there that they like, people on the road, all the old people driving slow, they wouldn't get mad, they'd just wait. They were like, this is how it is. A bunch of old people live here because of the naval base and stuff that were close by, and a bunch of Navy people retired. It was full of fucking Navy retirees. Mm-hmm. So, but it was cool. Like, we took it home, and I was like, what do you think, Nana? And she goes, it's all right. It's not worth driving back for. It's okay. So yeah, she was shit, and she was a pain in the ass, not the best grandmother in the world, but she was tough. So I always respected her for that.
I saw on Twitter recently where a politician posted a story about how there's another politician in his area that's being an absolute asshole. And he went to this nursing home, and this 90-year-old woman told him, get rid of him for me. You go and win this election for people like me. And he referred to her as a little old lady. and somebody responded to his tweet and said, "How dare you take advantage of old people by referring to them by such a stereotype?" And I said, "I am a little old lady and I own it."
That's like people like I was talking about my facial hair, it's like blonde and gray, and there's a few little tiny black hairs in there, but it's really, really light. And so my girlfriend was like, "Well, you could put you could dye it." And I was like, "Nah, man, I'm just gonna fucking own it how it is. However it comes out is how it comes out. It's gonna be blonde and probably reddish and have some bristly gray in it, and it's just fuck it, I'm just gonna own it. I'm not gonna dye anything. I earned this shit." Went through a lot of hell for all this gray I have. So, yeah.
My dad's beard is starting to be like salt and pepper, and so I think it would be really interesting to see him like dye it purple or something, because he's got like black hair.
Because it would just dye the gray parts and white parts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right, Mage? Yes, Stephanie, gray hairs are the signs of wisdom. That's right.
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely.
I don't know what my problem is, if I'm just not wise enough, or what is it? I mean, I'm over 60 and this is my natural hair color.
I have more gray than you,
That
Granny.
is not accurate for you.
My 31-year-old daughter has more gray than I do.
So, I knew this family. So it was my ex-husband's sister's husband's family, right? His brother, my ex-husband's brother-in-law's family. And all of them, by the time they were 18, were stock ass gray.
Oh,
And
well,
I'm not
that's
talking
even
like
younger than
silver.
me.
I mean like gray, medium gray, battleship gray with a little bit of white in there. All of them, every single kid. By the time they were 18, they could just walk into any bar and they could buy
Get a blue
anything.
rinse.
Nobody looked at them twice. Nobody carded them. Good point.
Yeah, I was mostly, well, I won't say mostly. I've still got a lot of blonde in my hair, but I was a lot gray by the time I was 30. So
Yeah.
but that seems to be the thing. My grandmother was completely grey by the time she was 30 and wearing blue rinses in her 30s.
When I was growing up, my parents always insisted that I was 100% Irish. That, everyone in our family is Irish. You are Irish. You are 100% Irish. And then when we started seeing a few Scottish names in there, it was all right. There's a little bit of Scottish in there too. But then my sister ran one of those ancestry things and discovered there's actually more German in us than there is Irish.
Well, with if you're get a darker colored hair German with Scottish, that could do it right there. So I think the Scottish, don't they keep that dark hair mostly? Huh?
Red. You'd end up with lots of reds.
Oh, really?
We don't actually have any redheads in our family at all, which is odd for, being as
when you've got the Scottish
as we're supposed to be. Yeah.
Yeah, that is odd. But then again, the red gene is regressive anyway. So if you've got a more dominant hair color gene within the family, you're less likely to produce the redheads anyway.
3% Irish, and then it disappeared off of the DNA test, Junie? Wow.
I'm guessing that the next person that ran it, they didn't show any. I don't know. Stephanie says,
"Oh yeah,
the red is from Vikings."
Yeah, I know that I have red hair in my family, and like my great nana was ginger, so there's a possibility that I could pass on a ginger gene if I did have a biological child. That would be interesting. Just like two brown haired child.
Yeah, it's kind of weird in my. It's kind of weird in my family because we had on my mom's side, her mom was like the typical Italian, the brown eyes, the dark, thick fucking hair, almost black, but dark brown hair. And my mom was the same way, but her dad, my mom's dad, was Irish German, and he had like this big shock of blonde hair, like thick blonde hair. And so, and on my dad's side, everybody's medium brown eyes, dark brown eyes, couple hazel, and all dark brown hair. And then we ended up with 2 dark brown with dark brown eyes, 2 redheads with medium brown eyes, and 2 blondes, one with one hazel and one blue. And then, I mean, my hair got darker, but I used to be like blonde. Yeah. So it's interesting how that comes out like that.
Eye color is something that I found, completely baffling. We had to do this chart for genetics in 7th grade, and my mom was giving me eye color for everyone, and everybody in the family either has blue, green, or hazel eyes, until you come to me and 2 of my siblings who all have brown eyes, and we were going, where did the brown eyes come from?
Right.
Everybody have brown
Right.
eyes. But actually what it is I found out that it actually is just simply a darker pigment, because as
Yes.
I've gotten older, my eyes have gone lighter and lighter, and my eyes are hazel now.
Oh, how interesting.
Mm-hmm.
How interesting. Well, people like me that have blue eyes, we don't have any color. There is no pigment.
Mm-hmm.
It's how the light refracts, and that's why, like somebody with blue eyes like me, on cloudy days where the sky is really gray and everything, my eyes look gray. And then on a bright sunny day, my eyes look blue, because it's just it's like looking at the water in the ocean. It's not really blue. There's really no color to it. It's the same thing. So
I
it's
was
actually
so
kind of
shocked
interesting.
when someone kept calling me green eyes, and I thought, why is this guy calling me green eyes? And I went home and looked in the mirror and went, my gosh, my eyes are green now. They didn't used to be green.
Bo said he smoked so much pot in high school that people thought their eyes were naturally red. That's funny, huh?
Well, Stool wants us to get ready for something, but I'm not sure what it is that Stool has in mind.
Well,
No,
Mage, mine are
God.
actually blue-gray, so my sons are blue, but mine are blue-gray. So I don't know how you classify that.
It's still going to come in here and colonize us all again. Is that what it is?
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
I
We
didn't
are
bring
from
any.
Tanzania or Morocco. Really, Jim?
Let's see. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Go back far enough, and we're all from Africa.
Oh,
Cradle of life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Heather just sent me pictures of her kids opening the gifts that I have
Oh,
to wrap this
gosh.
morning.
Oh, yuck. Atheist Edge, tell me if this is a good pickup line. Do you have any French in you? No, I don't. Do you want some?
Oh, Jim, I've used that pickup line.
Oh,
Got
you
any
have?
Italian in you? No. You want some? And by the way, yes, I got smacked both times. I'm just saying. One was on the arm, one was on the face, but it was still a smack. But I have found, I tell you what, the one thing that was good about identifying as a lesbian is I would use all the bad pickup lines that the guys would use, and they would think it was funny. And I'm like, damn, lost that. Can't do that anymore.
You're gonna have to have
Now I'm
decent
just
pickup
back to a
lines
male
now.
chauvinist pig, right?
I think they would think it was funny because they took you as being a parody of cis men.
I mean, I can agree with that. I always the other one, Jim, is I say, you feeling all right? Yeah. You sure? Is your energy low? No, it's fine. Okay, I just didn't know if you need a shot of vitamin B.
I thought you were going somewhere else. That
I thought you were going somewhere else with that too.
yeah, I
Yeah.
thought you were going to go. Are you feeling all right? Would you like me to check?
No, I was sure it was going to end in some reference to an injection.
Here you go, Purple.
These are all your medical pickup lines, isn't that right? I
I
can
could
just
use
see you.
one.
I can see you and Dr. Ben now doing a stream about medical pickup lines.
I mean, how do you think I ended up getting Heather at work?
Yeah.
No, it's not how I got it. I didn't say anything like that at all.
Jeez, who told you that, Junie?
I can guarantee you, Judy, there's no incest in my family. They came from two different parts of the world, literally.
I wonder if that
Thanks,
comes from
Jim.
the concept of
Hey.
often albinos came from as a product of interbreeding within families. So I wonder if that's where people got that idea from, the lack of pigment.
Hey, it's why I couldn't risk dating
Yeah.
for all the years I was stuck in Michigan. Too high a chance of finding out later it was a cousin.
But that's normal for Michigan.
Well, I was
I was
related to
gonna
more than
say.
half the county within about 3 generations.
this
Purple,
seemed
Purple
to
had
be
to drive to the big city to get laid. Sorry, Granny.
This seems to be a rather common experience that Jim had. My dad used to tell us that we were 1/4 Cherokee. Then he was devastated. Did a DNA test, showed we are 0% Native American, all French.
French, huh? That's
Yeah.
interesting.
You
I
know,
mean,
the
you are
same,
good at cussing there, Jim.
yeah, the same thing happened to Elizabeth Warren. You know, she was
Yeah.
always told that she was Native American, and she believed it, but then with the DNA test showed that no, she really wasn't.
Yeah, I've wondered about that, being a possible consequence of the test of how many people find out that their
I don't know why I'm
whole
waving at you.
family
Kat.
history is a myth.
Your icon, Jen.
I realize I'm an icon, but I'm also sitting in the dark, so there's no point putting the camera on.
She's waving at people. Hi.
Fair. No, I can turn my camera on, but it is warm in here, and so I don't know how much longer my dress is going to stay on. Probably have my camera off for that.
Yeah, that might be it. Yeah, we don't want to get Granny kicked. Yeah, let's not do that. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I just spent all morning this morning with my girlfriend, and she took her kids. Her kids went over to their dad's last night, so we went to her sister's last night for dinner and just like hang out and have a few drinks, and so I could meet everybody and all that, and so that came out really good, and we all got along great. And I've also met her dad and her stepmom, and her dad and I just totally clicked. Like we were laughing at each other's jokes and shit, and everyone else was
Excellent.
just sitting there, and he was making little sarcastic remarks, and I'm over there laughing, and the other two were like, "What?" And we're like, "Nothing, just go back talking about whatever you're talking about." Never mind. So no, it's been good, and my girlfriend finally told her kids. She obviously didn't want to tell them too soon. She wanted to wait a little bit, and so she did that and finally got them together and said, "Look, this is what's going on." And her daughter said, "I knew it." And her son was like, "Does that mean you're? I mean, I didn't know you identified as a lesbian." And she's like, "Well, I don't. It has nothing to do with Beck's body. It's Beck. I'm in love with Beck, and it doesn't matter what's underneath the clothes." And he was like, "Cool, right on." Like, because both of her kids are big umbrella advocates. So they like when she told them that I was transitioning, they were like, "That's awesome. Oh, good for him. That's great. That took so much strength." And they were all like, like had this new form of respect for me. And then this happens and they're going, "Wow, okay. Like this is..."
It's different when it's family back, but doesn't it frustrate you when you when you're hearing people who are outside of knowing you and stuff, you go, "Oh, you're so strong for a..." No. It wasn't about strength. It was survival. And it's entirely different.
It was actually harder, honestly, to try to hide that shit.
It was, yeah.
I hid that shit for 35 fucking years. That was worse than anything anybody could say to me right now. I don't give a shit.
Coming out is
can't hurt
not
me because I am me
strength.
now. I don't.
Because
I- you
at the
could,
point
just
where
can't.
you come out, you are at the point where if I don't come out, I'm not going to survive any longer.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So
lose my
that's
fucking
not a
mind.
strength.
Yeah.
That's not a strength. So saying you're so strong for doing this is not accurate. Is for most
No.
of us anyway.
I
No,
told
it
my
takes-
family in
Speaking-
August I've yet to have any indication that any of them
Somebody
heard
get
me
rid of that Ruperta there.
because I'm still getting all the Christmas messages to little brother.
Oh.
I actually, speaking of coming out, posted on Facebook where I have all my family and stuff yesterday. Hey, by the way, my name's Chaos, and I use she/they pronouns.
Oh yeah, you're she/they now as well. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was all pronouns, but then everyone fucking took advantage of that, so it was like, no, just they, them. But then I've had a lot of feminine days recently, so it's like, fuck it, she, hers, that. Okay, too. But like, I received positive feedback from a very specific branch of the family. Basically, my mum's cousin and my dad.
Mm.
But besides like them, no one really said anything. Then my mum was definitely trying to actually use my name earlier, but my nana just straight up turned around and said, no, you will always be a man to me, and you will always be Sam. Or insert dead name here, but I'm used to saying Sam on the air, obviously. But yeah, that was like, oh, fuck's sake. So at some point, I wasn't going to start shit on Christmas, but at some point, there is going to be me turning around and going, listen, I'm not going to respond unless you call me Chaos.
Right. Well, I think that's fine for people that are intentionally not caring about it or intentionally dead naming you just to be assholes and absolutely stand up for yourself. And I do have to say,
Intent matters,
Krabby,
yes.
Krabby, good to see you, by the way. Yeah, I mean, there is a matter of being brave to it, but that also depends on your location. Like where
Yeah.
I'm at, I just walked into work and told everybody, and they were like, okay. That was it.
Yeah,
They've
I
all been
agree,
supportive
but
since. But where I used to
most
live,
of us,
fuck no, I wouldn't have came out over there.
yeah,
I would have got killed.
Yeah. Turf Island is interesting.
yeah. I can understand that there is a bravery of where you go, but not a bravery of coming out. So I think that unless, of course, you're somebody whose family is domineering and possessive, it's like you have to fit in with their things, and then I can see an element of bravery. But for a lot of us, there's not that. But by the point, a lot of us, if you've got family like that, you've already distanced from them because you can't deal with their bullshit.
Yep.
So and if your family's not like that, there's not going to be those same problems. So it's one of those strange things for those of us who come out. So. And that's for anything. It's the same for people who come out as being lesbian or gay or. But the point that you are actually coming out, that's not the brave bit. The brave bit happened before.
Well, I agree with what you're saying, Jen, but also there is always a degree of bravery in saying something people don't want to hear.
That's true.
Yes. And that's what I was saying. Yeah.
It's not so much that
there
it's
is
not brave. It gets frustrating when you hear it all the time. Oh, you're so brave, and you go, yeah. Because from the perspective of you transitioning, there might be elements of bravery there, but it doesn't feel brave.
Well, I wasn't brave about mine. I waited until I was
Hi,
in
Nikki.
the absolute perfect
Hey.
spot in my life and said, here I am.
Yeah.
And I already had a supportive community and people around me at work and where I live and my family. I come out being lesbian in 2001.
Most of us already thought you were.
So, right. Well, that's what they were like. What took you so long? Well, this was like 10 years later than we thought. And, that's pretty much how. And the first time when I came out as being lesbian, I called every single person in order, oldest to youngest, and said, hey, this is what's going on. And this time I just texted everybody. And
Seriously, back when I first met you and people told me,
I'm transitioning, I'm he, him now. And they were like, cool, Uncle B. And I was like, that's it. That's it.
When I first
didn't
met
even
you
call
back,
anybody.
when I first met you back, and people said, B's a lesbian, right? I said, and my brain's going, no, B's a guy.
Yeah, I know.
I did that as
I
well.
just assumed that automatically.
That's why I hated that label. I mean, people are like lesbian. I go, okay, if I have to, fine. But I never
still-
liked it.
One of the best coming out stories was my ex's best friend. When he came out to her and to his sister, they both had the same response: was, "You didn't know?" They had both figured it out years before he did.
Oh yeah, well
Yeah.
that's what two of my brothers said when I came out as being gay. They were like, "Yeah, all right."
What's
like
me?
that was late.
Yeah, I mean, it always comes out. I had the same things from a lot of people who I went to school with. Who was like, "Well, that took a bloody long time when I started transition." It was like,
Yeah, you took your time with that.
Oh, okay. There were other people who certainly were surprised because people like to see what they want to see. But yeah, and purple with you opposite way around to with Beck. I just assumed from the beginning you're a female. It was straight up
I'm
assumption
actually
on my part.
surprised. That I had been in the community for like over 3 years before I came out, and how many people still didn't know which gender I was to begin with.
Look, I used to misgender Purple all the time. So when Purple said he, she, or she, her, and I was like, sweet, now I don't have to try to recover from that anymore. Like,
I mean, exactly. It was an effort.
Me on Twitter.
It was an effort to.
Did you just call me one of the ladies? I'm like, no, Perps, no, I was talking about the other, no, not you. I was talking about, and I'm like trying to, and I felt bad, but I didn't want to hurt Purple's feelings.
Well, I think
me, I got it.
I think I correctly gendered you a couple of times on stream B at Strews before you came out as being trans.
My favorite happy accident with that sort of thing is before now I've accidentally misgendered a friend who thought they were cis, and then they've gone, wait a minute.
What's for dinner, Diana?
I will say that.
Oh, she
everyone.
was cooking earlier. Hi, Rainbow.
Yeah, Diana was roasting a turkey during Amanda's stream.
Oh, is that what she was doing?
What is it?
That's what I'm going to do as soon as I'm done with the stream.
Cook?
I'm going back to bed. That's what I'm going to go.
Well,
it's like 4:30 a.m. here, so I shouldn't be awake.
That's why I was quiet for so long in here. I was in the kitchen trying to find myself some food, but my holiday was over a couple of days ago, so it's just another lunch to me.
I was right. I knew who it was. I knew it. Who else gives us such good views from their front seat of their car?
Oh, it's Jenny, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Hi, Jen.
Yep, Jenny is bringing us the scenery of the park by the river.
Actually, it's the gas station's backyard.
So Granny has a super chat from Omega 6, $5. I'm going to a Chinese restaurant. Yeah, that sounds like fun. I could do Chinese today. That sounds good.
I had a tamale for lunch.
All right, well let's keep Granny's stream going whilst we wait for Granny
That was
to get
actually
back.
the plan a nice Sloth Girl originally had, was to
There
have
she
a
is.
traditional
There
Jewish
she is.
Christmas day. But it appears that none of the Chinese restaurants around here are open today.
Hi, Jeff.
Hi,
My
Jeff.
avatar is as close to as Christmassy as I'm going to be this year.
Yeah.
Granny turned into a spinning ball, apparently. I don't know, Stool. I think you've been on too many streams today, buddy.
Still,
You've been
the links
everywhere,
are in the
man.
various chat groups. Still, if you use your eyeballs, you might find it.
Yeah. Who is
There
Insanity
you go.
Claus?
Jenny.
Jenny.
Jenny Morgan.
Okay. Hi, Jenny. Mhm.
Yeah, Jenny's the one who comes on and shows us landscapes.
Good afternoon.
Okay.
How are you, Jenny?
Hi-oh.
Oh,
How are
just
you?
wonderful. I'm wonderful. It's a great, lovely day, nice and sunny.
Good.
About 40 degrees, and the snow is not here. It's by purple.
There you go.
Yeah, not too heavy
and-
here, but it's a good constant. I'd rather not go out driving in it, but it doesn't seem severe.
Did you hear about the big accident? There's like
No,
40,
where?
The one in
40
Wisconsin?
50 cars on eastbound 94 in Minnesota.
Oh, no.
That
is that
is a big
today?
accident.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there was
Wow.
one up the road from us with a car that completely turned over, and they ended up with a couple of fire engines and cops and ambos and everything. So that was Christmas morning. So
Oh,
I
2 days
totally
ago,
misread
Jenny?
that, Omega.
Was that 2 days ago that wreck happened?
Yeah, yesterday. Well, I'm not that far ahead of you. Yesterday for me.
It's 72 degrees here.
Really?
That's not bad. I don't know what it is here. At
How
the moment.
nice.
Warm. That's what it is.
55 here in the Midwest.
I heard it was 80 something in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. Watch it.
Isn't it summer where you are, Jen?
It is. I'll tell you what the temperature is here in the set.
We don't wanna know.
It's 16 degrees Celsius, and it's like not even 5 a.m. So
Isn't that like 70 or something?
Yeah, so about the same temperature as it is for Jenny, but
Yeah.
it's like early in the morning when it should be nice and cool. It's probably
We're
why I
back
haven't
down
been
to
able to sleep.
15, which is like 3 degrees Celsius. So that's about where we should be this time of year. I don't know what happened yesterday. Half of our snow melted yesterday.
You
Yeah,
already-
I've noticed even up in northern Canada, they're having problems keeping the snow on the ground, which is really unusual. So
Well, we fucked up the planet. What do we expect?
still,
True.
there's links. You should be able to find them.
8 degrees here. Damn it, Omega. Where are
Hey,
you? I'm
Stool,
not going
Jenny
there.
found her way in here. I'm sure you can.
It's
Why
like
not
50
send
here
Saul a
today.
link?
It's actually really nice.
There you go, Stool.
I kind of resent that, Purple.
Sorry. I guess that came out bad.
Jen doesn't exist. Bo, I find 75.5 just a tad warm for me. I really prefer 71, 72, partly cloudy with about a 5 to 10 mile per hour variable breeze. That's the ideal day for me.
That's oddly specific.
No, that's you. So he said to me, "What would be your perfect day?" And I answered them that, and I thought that is it. So now I've remembered. That's it.
Well, see, if I didn't know better, I would think that you people were doing this for my benefit because, the mean temperature on my home planet's about 15 degrees warmer than it is here.
Did you say your home planet?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's exactly what she said.
That's the whole dinosaur thing. We're evolved from dinosaurs that were taken from Earth 66 million years ago and put on another planet as a wildlife refuge.
I see.
Oh, great. Still found his way in here.
I found it because you fucking hid this from me.
Send the spider to the fly.
Hey, I ended up sending you the link, Stool.
I kind of like it when Australia Jen sends me cheeky links.
God. So it's like an invitation to invade, isn't it?
Johnny, hi.
Hello.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy
Don't hit-
Hanukkah. Happy
don't-
New Year. Happy Kwanzaa. Whatever you like to celebrate.
I've got a false
See,
gate.
Stool, I knew you could do it.
Don't hit me with your sticks, please.
Okay,
You
I
guys
just
wanna
I
Stop
think you can
yourself,
bring them.
silly day.
If you guys want to make his name shorter, just start calling him Odd. It fits anyways.
Oh, B, I don't know what to call you these days. What are we calling you today?
What are you talking about?
You keep changing your name.
No, look, see, because
No, it's
I
been
told everybody
back
my
for
chosen
ages.
name, and then
You're
some people
back.
started calling me that, and then people started saying, "Well, can we call you B still?" And I'm like, I don't. It's fine. I
I'm
just
not
said
being.
something about it, so then someone suggested put the slash in there, so everybody knows both are okay with you. So
As long
I
as
had to
people
do
don't assume
that.
they're your pronouns, it's fine.
I'm not being a Christmas penis, Mr. B. I will
Oh,
always call you
Jim.
Mr. B because that's how I know you. And
Well, we'll
you know, whatever.
just shorten B to B.
But
Well, that
Oh.
just sounds crazy.
IQ and I have already done that.
Oh, okay.
That will
It
never
gets to
work.
the point, like, well, it started out like me shortening his name, and then I got it down to IQ, and then he got me down to B, and then we were like, well, where do we go from here? Because I could call him
Mister?
I or Q, but then that we're down to one letter already. What do you do after that?
So does that
So-
mean you're related to Cardi B?
oh,
You know what? I don't even know who the fuck that is.
Mhm.
singer.
Some kind of like singer, right?
It's
Yeah.
one of those popular people.
Okay. Now you know where I'm at in the music industry. All right,
Mhm.
moving on.
God, the geriatric patient knew more than the kid.
Oh,
You're not that old, Jenny. You're not that
Jenny.
old.
I forgot to say hi to Jenny. Merry Christmas, Jenny.
You racist.
I am. Yeah.
She
Stool is
likes
British. What do you
Satan stuff, I
expect?
think.
Sorry, Chaos.
No worries.
Good afternoon, Stool. Or excuse me, good evening, Stool.
Good evening, Jenny. I'm being very polite today, and so I'm not going to talk about bosoms or penises because
Well,
this is
there you
We're
go.
colonizing.
Ruin that. You just mentioned them.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is-
To make a proper distinction, Chaos has never tried to colonize anyone.
this is totally Granny's stream. I'm going to behave.
Okay.
Never. It's not going to happen. We know you still.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Carol.
You still got your Bob's a thing in the middle, in the corner of your thing on Granny Street.
I know because it's the funniest thing ever, but not. I'm not going to explain again.
He also didn't say that he would not talk about emu sperm. So
Jenny, come on, it's Christmas. Don't do this.
How did you say that word, Jenny?
emu sperm.
Speckltrella.
Oh yeah,
various
it's better than somebody
delicious.
else says it, so that's fine.
I know what you're
Damn,
doing.
Bo.
here.
I know what I'm
Australia's
doing too.
I think Bo broke his thumb on that one, Granny. Yeah, that's great.
I don't know why you're so concerned about the pronunciation of a stupid bird who beat you in a war.
Oh. Oof.
I'm really trying to be a good Christmas boy. Granny, I'm so sorry for breaking your stream already. You've not even said a word yet.
I've said a little bit, but every time you keep saying you're being a good boy, I'm thinking about little Jack Horner, who stuck in his thumb and pulled out a plum and said, "What a good boy,
The boy
with
am
this
I."
Christmas
Yeah.
pie." Yeah.
To be
Yeah.
fair,
Jack Horner sat in the corner.
to be very fair and honest, because we love Santa and Jesus. I
You-
do
you-
like.
You,
I do
you do know
enjoy-
that whole poem is just a metaphor. Well, never mind.
Yeah, you were going for the metaphor. Yeah, you
My favorite
fucking-
version of that poem is little Jack Horner sat in the corner eating his Christmas pie, putting his thumb and pulled out a motorcycle and said, "Oh shit, I could have choked on that."
Like a full size motorcycle or like a toy?
I don't know. It's just a joke. It was in a stupid kid's joke book.
I mean, if it's like G.I. Joe size, that could be very
Yeah,
Yeah, you know, one of those joke books that's just filled with dad jokes. The best joke in the entire book was the last one in it, which was, "Why was the sand wet? Because of seaweed."
Australia
It's
joke.
an awesome dad
Oh.
joke. It's just a really good dad joke.
Australian, do you
Oh.
remember when you asked that question on the Twitters a few days
Which-
ago about
Which question?
Christmas songs?
Oh yeah.
I'm still 12 and I can't stop giggling.
It's okay, Stu. I get
The
it,
Jingle
buddy.
Bells Batman smells. song.
Granny's,
Yeah.
Granny's gonna totally kill me. I am so sorry, Granny. Sorry.
Don't say Vsauce.
I don't know what that means. I assume.
Vsauce
I
is a
assume
web
it's
channel.
Oh, okay.
And
Oh,
we were
fuck.
talking about open source.
Please don't say that.
Long
Don't-
time
no,
ago.
No. No, listen. If we're on
Still
the
likes open source.
oh fuck, Australia.
No,
I hate
Jim,
you.
don't type that out, Jim.
If we're on the same channel, Granny,
What the hell is that?
the naughty people made me say a bad word.
Mm.
Who's opening a package right now, Sam or Chaos?
Oh,
Sorry. Yes, I decided I wanted chocolate and forgot to mute.
Oh, thank you. It's just really loud.
That's right, Granny can mute you.
Yes.
usually
go.
at this point in the proceedings, I would show you all my big package. I'm not going to do that because I'm a good boy and it's Christmas.
Very
Uh,
good.
No, I'm being
Still has a
serious.
big cheesy package.
Stool, so I missed it. What was with
Oh,
the phone call and the text and the knock on your door?
Did you just go there, Jen?
I did.
That's sick.
It is.
I want to see Godless Granny speak. I've never been on screen before, but we all know this Christmas.
I like
love
that
what
one,
your
Vesta.
what your green screen is doing to your microphone, Granny. It's just awesome that it's all sparkly.
Yeah,
It
it
is
always
sparkly.
says that, and never could figure out why because there's no green in the mic. Now the chair I'm sitting in has a lot of green in it, and so that's why the chair is going kind of sparkly and funny. But I don't understand why it does it to the
It'd
mic.
be
The mic
It
is
looks
reflective
like a
light because of the way your
cartoon mic.
lighting is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks like a cartoon
it's-
mic.
It's one of the reasons why, like with my green screen setup, I have two lights here that are actually technically sort of on the same level as me. So their light lights up the green screen without actually giving me too much back on the green. I still get a little bit because you can see the halo around me, but you don't get as much of it then, which is how you can get that crisp edge with your green screen. But it's a lot of setup to do it, and
This,
it's,
this is why I solved.
Well, you can mess with
all
your
the problems.
saturation too.
This
Yeah,
is why I
you
solved
can.
all the problems by getting a virtual avatar.
Good point.
Yep.
I am a virtual avatar, so
I'm going to hop out. I think I've woken Rob up, so I probably should be more quiet and keep him. I think. Have a great Christmas, rest of your Christmas, everyone. Enjoy your turkeys, enjoy everything else, and love you all.
love you.
Thanks for
Jen.
coming, Jen.
Take care, Jen.
Bye, sweetheart.
Bye.
Bye bye, Jen.
Bye bye.
Hi, Jen.
Have a good day, Jen.
Spoons. Those are not spoons, sir. Those are different forms of spatulas.
Agreed.
So now you just look like you have spatula hands. Now we're right around to Dave with, critical cripple.
It always goes back to spatula hands.
It
What
always
have I
goes
done?
back to that.
What the fuck have I done? I've created a monster.
What'd you say,
Apple-
Jim? The oyster was moist and boisterous.
Nikki, were you trying to say something?
Not right now,
Sorry.
no.
Okay.
You just got to tell me to shut up.
No, I've learned from a lot of the streams I'm on. I just stay quiet till everyone's done.
You'll
That's
never
always
get a
the
chance.
best.
You have to hop in. This
Oh,
is like a
no,
big
oh, no,
family
no,
at
no,
the
no.
table.
I understand that, but there's time and places.
That's always the best thing to do.
Okay.
And just for future reference, never speak over people when B is around. because
This isn't my stream. It's Granny's. I'm not
B will
saying shit here.
fucking twat your head. Don't speak over people.
All I gotta say is it's been a minute since I've seen all y'all in the same place, and I've actually been in one of your guys' streams. I've had a rough year, so
I think in some ways, and I'm not going to sing because it's Christmas. I think in some ways, many of us have had a rough year, but this is why this is beautiful. Thank you, Goddess Granny, for doing this. This is why this is beautiful, because maybe, just maybe, there's a little bit of love out there for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I've been sitting here since I got up, spamming both Twitch and YouTube to find out who's streaming. Hey, I need to associate with people. All my normal people are off doing other things.
You could say the
know
same
any
thing
normal
about your
people.
ass.
Come on, Nikki.
So we started a topic about a half an hour ago that we didn't get very far into, which was asking everyone what they did for Christmas this morning, and it evolved into a conversation about a lot of different things, which is good. That's the way conversations are supposed to go. But let's go ahead and continue on those lines. Jenny, what'd you do this morning? Did you do anything Christmassy today?
No.
Okay. Okay. How about you, Porter?
That's all right. I slept. Well,
No, I've just been
I did get up.
on streams and fighting off a cold. That's all for me today.
I did get up and I watched the Webb telescope launch. It was beautiful.
Ah, okay.
And then I went back to bed.
Yeah, I gotta watch that on a person I know's Twitch stream. They're streaming it.
Hello, Ben.
Hey, Ben.
Did you hear yourself?
Hey.
Page?
Is that Ben?
That's not Dr.
I didn't
Ben.
hear that. I didn't
Ah.
hear that. But
That's not Dr. Ben. Fuck off. Dr. Ben, is that you?
yeah, I came in here for stool. That is the only reason I'm in the chat.
That's what everybody keeps saying to me.
Just
People
kidding.
come-
I'm here for everybody,
come for
but
stool.
also stool's funny. Where's your cake?
Dr. Ben, seriously, I've missed you. I love you massively. Please,
Aw,
no,
stool.
don't stop studying and keep being a doctor, okay?
I thought I was the gardener.
Oh,
No, you're the gardener, and I love you massively.
Oh.
You were paged about 45 minutes ago when someone asked me if I had a particular condition, and I had no idea what it was. And I had
okay.
too many other things trying to keep up with the chat and keep up with the conversation to try to Google it while I was doing that. But that's okay. We're past that by now.
Listen, I'm quite renowned for being a bit of a penis, and I don't mean to be a penis, but it's Christmas, and I don't think that's Dr. Ben. It's an imposter.
Stool. No, it's me because I have cheesecake.
Show me evidence now.
Two slices.
Granny, make him big.
Nice.
Make him big.
Oh.
I can see the
You can
headline
make-
now.
okay, let's
Doctor
see.
Doctor found doing cheesecake.
One's chocolate, and I think
That's
one
being
is chocolate
rationed
with
here.
peanut butter on it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, look at that one in front right there. Oh,
Yeah, I think it's got peanut butter on it.
Yeah,
wanna eat
there's
that
a
shit.
there's a sour cream shortage. So the Philadelphia company actually asked people not to make cheesecakes this year because there's such a shortage.
Interesting. We picked up Cheesecake Factory last night, but we just picked up one piece of cheesecake and shared it.
If I can't have cream cheese for my bagel, I'm going to be mad.
Stool, where's your cake?
I knew you would do this, Dr. Ben. I
Yeah.
fucking knew you would do this. Look, I
You
bought
told us for
spoons.
weeks. You told us for like 2 weeks that you were gonna eat your cake on Christmas Day.
Oh, that's right.
So
Mhm.
I want to see some
And?
cake.
Yeah,
I want
I
to see
kind
the
of
cake, Stool.
no.
You already ate it.
Come
Okay,
on.
I have to read this one. The cholesterol god saith, thus saith the Lord, on the day that you eateth the cheesecake, thou wilt surely die.
Oh, well, I guess I'm dead then. Guess I'm dead then.
The god of HDL shall say.
I'm saving it for tomorrow because I'm slightly poorly, so I will eat it tomorrow.
Where's Stool's open source cheesecake?
Fuck off,
Oh my god.
Caesar. You're a cunt. Fuck off.
Hey, my girlfriend got me these brand new sweatpants.
Nice.
And they have huge pockets, but they're not bulky, and they have a little cell phone pocket inside, and they're super soft. And she insisted on giving it to me this morning because we were gonna exchange the last of the gifts tomorrow, and I was at her house with like no pajamas. So she's like,
She gave you sweatpants. Couldn't
That's what I
you?
wanted.
Didn't you want to wash them first? Just
They're sweatpants. They're not underwear.
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh, Jenny.
very good, B.
Granny, can we kick her for just a second? I didn't say sweaty pants.
Now, personally,
Thank you.
if I had a girlfriend staying over, the last thing I would want to do is give her clothes.
You guys, oh my god, I'm trying to catch up with the chat.
Yeah, I'm having a little trouble keeping up as well. I try to read the things before I put them up, just mostly to make sure they're not something that was intended to be private between two people. All right, what is that? Who do I need
I don't
to mute?
know.
I think
He's
I
making
know
a bunch
who
of
it is.
noise.
Yeah, there we go.
Damn it, Sam. I mean, Chaos.
It wasn't
No,
me.
it wasn't
Oh.
Sam.
Well, you know, Micro, that's how we roll. When you come into these chats, you will hear about underwear.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
were
you
you
missed the
asking who
cheesecake
Microraptor is?
Junie has corrected me on the end of that verse there. Thou shalt surely diet.
Wait. Diet? When? Where? What? Huh? What is this?
A little bit ago, let's see, I think it was Mark Caesar, or no, it was Bo Smith, posted the commandment from the cholesterol god: on the day that you eateth the cheesecake, you will surely die. And Judy says, no, you will surely diet.
This is semi true because it's a scientific fact that if you eat cheesecake, Dr. Ben, turn your cam off. If you eat cheesecake on a Christmas day, the baby Jesus will die. That's the science.
Oh, I'm gonna eat more cheesecake then. I'm eating more. Give me a whole cheesecake. I'll do it for the cause.
Well, he's dead, and he's been dead for 2,000 years. I don't think we could really affect him anymore.
Okay, well, I'm still gonna
Okay,
eat the
now-
cheesecake anyway.
Okay.
I'm 97% certain that this is not the real Dr. Ben.
Now, do the cholesterol god and the pizza god argue over territory?
That's a good question.
Oh.
That's a very good question.
Who wants to have an argument?
Well,
Pizza
okay.
is
Here's my,
considered to be because pizza is considered to be nutritious.
well, no. Here's my argument. So you know how like in Greek mythology you have like Zeus and like the rest of those gods like booted Hades. So it's like the pizza. One of the, I don't know. Is cheesecake like Zeus or is cheesecake like Hades? One of them is Zeus and one of them is Hades.
You're so
Zeus.
fucking weird.
They can't
Shut up.
exist together though.
Can I just say one thing? Christmas is a wonderful miracle, and Godless Granny. I don't mean this in a bad way because you remember the film Miracle on whatever.
34th Street.
That's the one. Yeah. No, but the other one. Do you remember that other old film that's about suicide?
Oh,
Yes, I'm bringing Christmas joy to you all. Do you remember what it's
Oh,
called?
the with what's his face?
It's a Wonderful Life.
That's
thank
the
you.
fucker, yeah. I've no idea where I'm going with this one, but nope, totally lost it. Anyway, Dr. Ben, I'm going to touch it for you.
Yes. Oh, you're just touching it. Oh, stool. I got my cake. You gotta eat yours.
I'm
Oh,
not.
look who showed up.
Well,
I'm
I
not
sent
weird.
stool a video of me eating a Black Forest cake, like a giant
He
cake.
did actually send me a picture. You sent me a video. You
I sent you a
fucking-
video of me eating a cake.
Yeah, who does that, you pervert? Who fucking does that? Dr. Ben, you're a sick man.
Kids, I have to go.
okay. Thank you for coming.
It's going to be
Bye,
getting dark
Jenny.
here soon, and I don't want to drive in the dark.
Okay.
Bye, Jenny.
Be safe.
All right,
bye,
bye,
Jenny.
Jenny.
Bye.
One thing that I had mentioned earlier, and I think we need to make this a much bigger thing in the atheist community, is when people say that we need to keep Christ in Christmas, we need to tell them, no, we need to keep you in Yule.
What about Saturn? What about Saturn and Saturnalia?
Mhm.
I don't think you'll have any problem keeping Saturn there. Doesn't tend to move that much.
See, here's the thing: is I had a conversation with my mom, something similar about this, but it wasn't about Christmas. We was talking about school, and she's like, "Oh, well, where we all fucked up is when we took, God out of school." It's like, no, that wasn't where we fucked up. That was the one good thing that we did.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, they say that because they convince people that if you would just follow the 10 Commandments, then you would be good. And so if by taking that out of school, you're not teaching people to be good. They just kind of forget that, well, those same rules existed long before the 10 Commandments came along.
I was talking to a few other people, and I even mentioned this to Judy when I was talking to her on Twitter. I have a very skewed morality,
Mm-hmm.
and I am moral than most Christians I know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, I'm heavily skewed morality wise. There's things that I think are okay. Not many other people do.
Of all the times that people have started preaching to me about the 10 Commandments, if you stop them and ask them what they are, very few can ever quote more than 3 or 4.
The first
That
three are
is
basically the same thing. The first three are basically all the same.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're all about
Don't
God's
worship
ego.
anyone else. Yep.
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 I need to break your stream, Granny.
You need to do
Um,
what?
I need to break your stream
Okay. Why?
because
What do you need to do?
it's what I do. It's my thing.
Okay.
I got a wonderful Christmas gift from Dr. Ben, and so whilst he's eating, I'm going to tell you about how he sent me some foreskin. I bring the Christmas love.
I bought him a game because I
Oh,
told him I was
don't
going to
make
buy
it!
him.
Don't make it sound
I was gonna-
normal, Dr.
I was
Ben.
gonna
Don't
buy
make it sound
him-
normal.
I was
You're a
going to buy
weird
him
person.
Quiplash. I was going to buy him Jackbox, and he was like, "No, I actually want this other game instead." So I bought him the other game. Stool, tell them what the other game was.
No, because you're trying to make me sound like a weird person.
Pretty sure I don't need to be here for that to happen.
Right? Oh my god.
Facts.
There's a reason I joined Stool's Discord.
What is that reason?
The entertainment.
Is it a good reason? Because if it's a
The
good reason,
entertainment.
I'll join it. Is it fun?
It's fun. It's a fun time. It's a really fun time.
I have to say, while we're talking about games and people buying people games, Bolt bought me
Oh yeah.
the American Truck Simulator, and he bought me 3
Oh.
states with it, and then Arizona's free right now, so I'm going to download all those tonight.
Have fun
Again,
with
I'll play
that.
with you. I'll play with you guys when I get it on my
Well, I got to
my
get
desktop.
a controller. I tried to play on the computer, dude. It's impossible. You cannot control that fucking thing.
Yeah, controllers minimum. Steering wheel and full setup is optimal, but that gets expensive.
Expensive.
Yeah, no, I'm,
That's like
I'm poor. I ain't
$200.
doing that.
I have to say that a game that creates the virtual experience of driving through Arizona at free, that is grossly overpriced.
I have to make
You're
an
not wrong.
admission.
You're not wrong.
That
That's why I
depends
feel
on
like
where
that-
you are, because Flagstaff is beautiful.
I will say this: the other one that you could probably have fun with is Farming Simulator, and I actually
Power-
own that one.
Power Wash Simulator sounds weird, but you know, whatever. I'll give it a go.
One thing that I have been enjoying immensely for the last couple of months is virtual hunting. I never would have
Granny's
thought
over there popping off deer.
deer, boar, grizzly bears, cougars, although the cougars get me as often as I get them. They are fast.
Granny is
snakes,
intense.
squirrels, fox,
Little old lady
possums,
from
raccoons.
Pasadena.
Okay,
Granny is hardcore.
It is hardcore.
I never would have thought that I would have liked something like this, but someone suggested Red Dead Redemption as a game for me, and I played it. I love it. I absolutely love it.
I've been
Yes.
telling you people for several years, don't trust Granny because she's fucking dangerous.
Here's a question: you think Granny's dangerous? Did anyone ever see Conspiracy Cats play Red Dead 2? Conspiracy Cats is a freaking psychopath on that game.
okay, B. You need to
Yes,
get the truck
sunshine.
simulators for Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, and then you can recreate my drive to go and see Diana.
So, okay,
Those
so
are out yet.
guys,
That-
go to Steam and buy it for me because I'm poor now. I can't.
I don't
no,
think they have
they're-
all the states. I don't think they have all the states yet.
No, they don't have
Yeah,
them all yet.
Yeah,
They
you
have
have
like
to
out-
get them on. You have to get them on.
15 of them or something.
Check out my Steam wish list. It's not perverted, except when Dr. Ben arrives.
That's shocking.
If you want Truck Simulator, it's on my wish list, but I want the European version. And yes, Dr. Ben, that means foreskins. Fuck you, it's Christmas.
Hey, Christmas and foreskins are very related. I was
Did you
shocked-
just say those words?
yes,
Oh, she did.
because I listened to a stream the other day and I was absolutely flabbergasted that there's a rumor that when Jesus was circumcised at the temple after 9 days, that someone kept the foreskin. And there are Catholic people who claim that they have the actual foreskin of Jesus. And there are so many of them that claim that you're one of them. You have one of them.
Hey, I got a question. Since it's that,
That doesn't surprise
that
me.
topic. All right, so I got 2 videos I was watching earlier on YouTube. One's pretty wholesome and absolutely hilarious, and very apt for today because it deals with the James Webb. The other one is very apt for what today actually is. So, and if you're not an atheist, you might get a bit pissed off watching it.
I doubt it.
You know, there was a rabbi who had saved the foreskins from the bris he did, and he got it made up, and it made a nice little coin purse. But if you stroked it, it became a handbag.
Hey, Purple, did you hear about that one baby boy? He was born with no eyelids.
No.
They circumcised him, and they used the skin from the circumcision to create eyelids for him. And I mean, the operation went well, but then he was cockeyed.
So,
Oh,
Mark
fuck.
Caesar just made the
Oh,
same joke, and I almost put it up while you were saying that. I said, I'm going to steal B's punchline if I do. So I waited for you to finish. But yeah, Mark Caesar said the same thing.
I see you, Mark. It's an old joke.
That was bad. Caesar is a bit of a twat.
Oh
well,
my
Stool,
goodness.
and you should get along just fine.
Mm-hmm.
If he's a twat and you're a penis, you just go together.
Yeah, you won,
Is that
Mark.
you, Sam? Or Chaos?
What? Sorry.
I asked if that noise was you.
I have no idea. I didn't do anything.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Then it wasn't you.
Sounds like somebody smacked their microphone with like a piece of metal or something. I don't know.
Diana says, "Hey kids," and I'm just going to use that as an opportunity to mention that when this stream is over, we go over to Diana's channel. So Lavender Lady is the next one on the marathon list.
Oh no, I hate her.
Oh, whatever.
Well, you got about 45 minutes before she comes on, so.
I have questions.
So Nikki,
I have festive questions, Godless Granny.
okay,
By
go
the,
ahead.
by the way, your background is really awesome,
Thank you.
and I appreciate that you put some effort into your Christmas attire.
Was that a dig at me, Stool?
Yes, it was. Because
Wait,
most,
wait. I'm in a Christmas
No.
outfit too.
most people
Yeah.
And yours is much nicer than mine.
most people are not actually putting effort into this, so I appreciate the effort that you've done, Godless Granny. And also, I'm lying because I'm scared of you. Because on the scale of terror, you're above B. Because I'm scared of B, but I'm more scared of you
Because of my voodoo sticks.
because of your voodoo sticks.
They're not even in the same room here. They're in another room. But one thing I do want to show you, this shirt is a real turtleneck.
That's cool.
And I was trying to remember when I got this because I wear it every Christmas. And I know it's older than Robin. I've had this shirt at least 20 years, possibly 30.
Oh.
I forget Robin. I always forget that Robin is, if like Robin's older or younger than me, but then it was like, oh no, about the same age.
Robin's 1 year older than you.
Yeah.
For once, I'm not the youngest person on the stream.
How old's your oldest, Granny? I can't remember.
My oldest is 33. The one that died would have been 36 this year.
Wow.
Oof.
It's crazy.
I'll be that next year.
Absolutely crazy. Yeah, no, mine's 30, so I get it.
My
It's
oldest
easier when they
turned
get that
40
old
this
though.
year.
I just Facebook messaged him money and said Merry Christmas, I love you, and he's like, thanks, Pops. So it's easy when they're old. You just throw some kind of money at them and they're thankful for it, you know? Sweet. More gas. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, depending on how you look at it, either I'm too young to have kids, or my oldest is 15. Because I basically raised some of my siblings.
I was about ready to say there's some questioning thought process there.
Aw.
Diana says the one I didn't have would have been 36. Mark
Socks
Caesar
work
says all
too.
of my sweaters have been circumcised. I don't own a turtleneck sweater.
I was trying to ignore that one. Slim says, "Merry Christ's ass." Back at you, Slim.
I think
How
I
do we
like
know
that
the
one.
moon is feminine. Why do we have to gender things? Like, why is the sun? Sounds like to me like every planet's a fucking female. I don't even get that, anyways.
No,
Can't they just
Mars
be
is
like
definitely male.
non-binary? Huh?
Mars is definitely male. The planet Mars, the god
Why?
of war.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, if you're gonna base off that, then okay, yeah, okay.
So,
Mercury
yeah,
would be
you know,
male too.
half of the planets are male.
Yeah.
Jupiter is male and surrounded by all of its female consorts.
Is Pluto
Touche.
male? I realize Pluto isn't a
Mhm.
planet anymore, but
Was when most of us was growing up.
yep.
I mean, given that Pluto is Hades, I would imagine male, mostly.
Okay.
Although I did love the portrayal of Hades in Disney's Hercules as being very effeminate.
Microraptor says Pluto is a dog. And Mark Caesar says Uranus would have to be male. So, Nikki,
I
Yeah.
have to,
Sorry,
have
I
to
was
do a-
distracted.
That was a pregnant pause, but I've got to do a timeout here, Godless Granny, because I hate it when adults say juvenile things about genitals and toilets.
Pot, meat, kettle.
Right?
Hello.
Anyway,
Nikki, I was going to ask, what, if anything, did you do to celebrate the holidays?
this is it right here. I have a chart.
Okay,
That's it.
very good. Very
And watch
good.
and watch the James Webb launch this morning. That was it. Sorry.
That is
pretty good, though.
perfectly okay.
Not very festive.
How about
Ah.
you, Ben?
Somebody get rid of that.
Sorry, what's the question?
Question is, what, if anything, did you do to celebrate the holiday season?
I made a hot cocoa bomb,
Nice.
and it actually because I'm visiting Colorado right now because that's where my family is,
Mhm.
and it snowed last night. It
Oh.
hadn't snowed at all, and then it snowed yesterday, so it's all melted now.
Oh,
Thank you,
okay.
Ox.
I was going to ask if you were going to have any trouble getting back home because of snow, but evidently not if it's melted.
Oh no, it was just a little bit of snow.
Did you fly or drive?
I flew.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
think
pretty
next
far
time I
drive.
might drive though. Well, it's like 12 hours, but it's
Yeah.
like it's such a pain not having a car here, and it's like really expensive to rent. So I'm like, next time I might just drive.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, if I can take the time off to drive to account for the drive there day, drive back day, because it depending on where you're going. Yeah, I'll do that if it's 12 hours or less. Absolutely.
Mhm.
I actually drove from Ohio down to Orlando, Florida to pick up my son, and it was a 16-hour drive, including stopping for gas, and I didn't stop any other time. I pulled over one time for about 45 minutes, took a little nap because I couldn't keep my eyes open, and then got back on the road again and got down there and loaded up all his stuff because I drove overnight. And I loaded up all his stuff, and then we went to come back, and we got like 2 hours up the road, and I was like, man, I can't do it. You got to drive. I can't do this. I'm going to fucking crashed. So he drove most of the way back, but yeah, that was a long haul to get one truck full of stuff.
I want pizza.
I
Well,
want
do you
you
have
to
all
eat
the
your
things
cake
you-
stool.
Dr. Ben, you're the biggest pervert ever. I'm not going to do cake.
Exactly, Micro.
Stool, do you have all the things there to make a pizza?
Kind of, yes. Godless granny. I'm so scared of you. Fuck. Kind of, yes, because underneath me right now is a place that makes pizzas. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, but are they open today?
they're always open.
Oh, nice.
No, it's not fucking nice. I hate it.
Oh, okay.
If you're familiar with my tweets, I hate it. The
Mark,
noise.
Mark, I always have an issue with someone that doesn't know how to drive in the snow because they're all fucking crazy and they will kill people.
Exactly.
You'll have
Yep.
like here when it snows, because we don't get a lot of snow. So when like last year we got 6 inches in like 32 hours, and everybody was like, oh, you know, and so you had like the people that were driving like 2 miles an hour where the road was clear, and then you had people that were driving like 50 in a 35 where there was snow and slush and ice, and I don't know. So yeah, I always have an issue with that. I think everybody else should live. They want to kill themselves, that's up to them, you know, but don't take anybody else out with you.
It snows so rarely here that if the weather report says that there's going to be snow,
They shut everything down.
they shut at least they shut all the schools. So
Oh,
there have
yeah.
been a number of times when the schools have all been closed and there's been no bad weather, but there was a report that there might be bad weather, and so the schools were all closed.
Yeah. Well, my sister lived in Minnesota, and when she went in the National Guard for basic training, they sent her down to Texas, and it snowed while she was down there.
Oh,
And they
wow.
closed the interstate, and she was just laughing because, like, you know, that wasn't even enough for anybody up here to notice.
Mm-hmm.
Same here in a good chunk of where I live. Now here in the city, that's beside. As soon as the snow starts falling, the snow trucks are out.
Yeah, although it is a phenomena up here that I don't go out during the first 3 snowfalls because it takes at least 3 or 4 decent storms before people remember they knew how to drive in it.
I believe that. It's been a long time since I've driven in real snow.
Actually, what I like to do is usually when we get the first good heavy snowstorm, I like to like go out in the mall parking lot late at night when it's empty and spin donuts because, you know, then that gives you a real good feel for how the car's going to control in it.
Yep, that's what I used to do with my mom's old Buick. Of course, I rigged the old ratchet e-brake on the floor to where all I had to do was pop it like a clutch, and it would kick the rear end out. Good times back in the day.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, you're right, Ox. Ice is the killer, and black ice is particularly absolutely fucking horrible.
Well, and that's the problem we had here last week, was that it was warm enough that it came down as rain in the evening and it turned to snow overnight. And people forgot about that. Since it started out as rain, that meant that there was just going to be a layer of ice on the street underneath the snow. And I had to go out to the pharmacy that day, and it's like driving 5 miles, I saw a dozen accidents.
Oh, I bet.
Can imagine.
Yeah, you guys, when it's snowy and icy, you really shouldn't like hit the throttle too fast or slam on your brakes, or turn your wheel quickly. All of those are bad ideas.
And the people driving SUVs need to get the memo that four-wheel drive doesn't make a shit of difference when you're braking.
That's fucking no shit.
Yeah.
One thing, though, that people my age don't seem to understand very much, though, is anti-lock brakes. And they try to pump their brakes. And you try to tell them that anti-lock brakes can pump the brakes way faster than you can.
Yeah.
And so you want to just put the brake on and hold it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Driving normally, there is no reason why even someone in an ABS car should pump the brakes.
Mhm.
Well, it's what you learned a couple of
Right.
decades ago.
Right.
That when I took driver's ed, they told you that,
Yep.
you never hold the brake down. You have to pump it if it's a slippery surface.
Right. Because
Because-
anti-lock brakes weren't invented yet when we were learning to drive.
Yeah.
Or we're still slowly being adopted to most production cars,
Mhm.
as in my
No,
case.
they actually didn't come in until about 20 years after I had my license.
That's what I'm saying is, when I was 16, which would have been early 2000s, ABS was still not standard in all cars,
Mhm.
and not everyone could afford the new cars that ABS was in.
Right.
Of course, the
Beat
car I have still had the very basic package, so it still doesn't have anti-lock brakes, even though it's a 2002.
B just threw into the chat the link for Lavender Ladies Kidney Fund. If you have not given to the kidney fund yet and you would like to do so, that's your link for doing so.
And if you have given or cannot give, that is fine. Just share it out everywhere so other people maybe can try to get some more money together to help her.
Yeah, the fundraisers are an instance where just giving it great exposure actually does mean something.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's a fact. Well, I don't know about you guys. I'm freaking pooped. We
Is
stayed up
Lavender Lady
drinking
next?
too late and then went to bed really late. And then where I got my tooth pulled is now infected. So my face is not doing good. So I'm going to get off of here. So, but I'll be in the chat and I'll follow you
Good to
guys
see
over
you,
to the next stream. You too, buddy. Always good to see you. I love you all.
Is the next stream Diana?
Yes, Diana is the
Yes.
next
Okay.
stream. Mm-hmm. Thanks for coming, B. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Later.
Always great.
It's great to see you back.
Later, B.
Bye, brother.
And the Packers play today. And so that always makes it a good day. And chaos.
So glad someone didn't say Chiefs. God damn it. I live in Kansas City, and the place I work, oh my God, it's Chiefs this, Chiefs that. Fuck the Chiefs.
There's a house just a block away from me. They have a Santa, an inflatable Santa that has a Kansas City Chiefs logo on his chest. And we're not even, yeah. And I live in Alabama.
Oh my God.
And Judy asked if I will be eating pizza. No, I actually am not making a sacrifice to the pizza god today because I am fixing turkey. And I'm not even going to start. Well, I'm going to fix the turkey during the game, but we won't eat until after the game. But if you saw my video on pizzaism, and I talked about how I invented the pizza god. And normally when the Packers play, I make a sacrifice to the pizza god by eating pizza. And whenever I do, the Packers always win. It's funny how that works.
My family's watching the Packer game too.
Ah, okay.
This is sports.
I don't watch football anymore. My two
You are-
athletes retired a long time ago.
You are all disgusting perverts because
Well, the thing I want to watch
Sports.
isn't happening right now, Stool.
I know because you're a dirty pervert. This is why I don't like. This is why I hate you, Dr. Ben. because I come here with honesty and truthfulness. I ask you, I begged you to look at my shoulder, but you won't do it because you're a gardener. You're not a doctor. You're a gardener.
Okay, but when are you gonna stream the game that I got you?
I'm not going to do the. No.
I want to watch you play the game.
I know what. No, this is. No. No.
Okay, Junie has a great idea.
I'm not going to say the
I
words.
could make turkey pizza.
That would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That would be interesting on the flavor spectrum there.
Do we mean as in the pizza base has layers of turkey meat? Is that what we're saying?
Well, one of my favorite pizzas is buffalo chicken pizza, but you could easily substitute turkey and make it a buffalo turkey pizza.
You could.
Mm-hmm.
You could.
Godless Granny is now my new favorite thing. So do you think that would you cook the turkey meat before you put it on the pizza?
Yes. Yes.
So it has to be cooked.
It probably doesn't have to be, but I definitely would recommend it because you normally only cook a pizza for about 15 to 30 minutes, depending on how thick the crust is. And that isn't necessarily going to cook your turkey through if you put raw turkey on your pizza. So you really should use cooked meat on your pizza.
I don't want to break everybody's head, especially in a medical way, but Dr. Ben, happy pants. So would you have eggs on the pizza?
Are you asking me or Dr. Ben?
No, why?
No, I'm just asking. I'm random people.
What? Who would put eggs on a pizza?
I've never put eggs on a pizza.
Don't make it sound weird.
You can put anything on a pizza.
Ask the Japanese, they know.
I don't think I think putting a raw egg on top of a pizza would be fine because eggs cook very fast.
Oh yeah.
And even 15 minutes in the oven would cook an egg right through.
You don't even have to do that. Anyone who eats the cheap little crappy noodles, you ever break an egg into one of those? That egg is cooked as soon as you mix it in.
Yep.
Well, if you've ever had like Moroccan food, like where you have like some of their like flatbread, and you end up like cooking an egg on it and stuff. Oh, so good.
Oh, Granny, I've got bad Christmas news for you.
What's that?
Bad Christmas side shot. Oh, Claire, I'm not going to say the word. I'm not allowed to say the word. Claire is hilarious. Fucking love her.
I believe that, Mark Caesar. I love pesto as well. And so, yeah, pesto-based pizza sounds like it would be really good.
Mm-hmm. Yep, totally.
Barbecue sauce-based pizza is really good, too. Barbecue chicken pizza is good.
Yeah, barbecue chicken pizza is good. I'm not sure if it actually qualifies as pizza as such, but it's
Why
still
wouldn't
good.
it? I mean, it's got crust, it's got toppings, it's got cheese. Why wouldn't it qualify as pizza? All right, Icarus is. Oh, Icarus was looking for trouble. Oh, there, yeah. But then I guess Icarus deleted the comment. Because suddenly it disappeared.
Everyone, eat whatever pizza you want, okay?
That's right.
Don't be getting into
Pizza's so
this.
good.
Again, pizza is bad on pineapple. Bullcrap.
Pizza is bad on pineapple.
I still say pineapple and jalapeno pizza is very good.
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay, this is the perfect
Pineapple is
Christmas.
delicious, pizza is wonderful, but the two must never touch.
Jalapenos. Yes.
All right. So, the style of pizza that Granny just did, I used to eat a lot of in sub school from Domino's, and it was amazing. Domino's discontinued it, and I won't order from Domino's anymore.
Okay, we have a question for Dr. Ben. What have you to do with transsexuality? Are you trans? Just asking.
I put my answer in the chat.
Ah, okay.
But people all in the group can. I just can't say it out loud right now. But you all in this group know.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Ben, the most important thing is today is Christmas Day, and this is where we spread our emu love. Okay? So don't be glum, because we literally all love you to fuck. You're awesome. Okay?
Thanks.
I'm now going to do a thing for you.
Are you gonna open the cake?
No, you're such a pervert. Shut up. One fine day in Emu Land, I met a person who had a hand. He did not have a woolly hat, but that's okay, because Jesus.
Okay, I'm gonna clip that out. We're making we gotta make a playlist with all of Stool's musical moments.
Oh,
Please
I'm
no.
I'm
Please
I'm
no.
hot today. I'm so fucking on form. I will Christmas you up the arse all day long. I'm on fire.
Those are words I never want to hear again.
I know. I feel bad for saying them.
No, you don't.
This is true, Dr. Ben. You know me too well.
Okay, I've only been up a couple hours, but I'm running out of energy already, so
That's
I'm going to drop
understandable.
out of here because I have to go up and check on the girls yet.
Okay, well, thank you for coming, Purple. It was great having you. Merry
Later,
Christmas.
Purple.
Happy Yule.
Good Yule doll.
But Jewel. Yeah, sorry I dipped out for a second there. My computer just decided to nope out on me.
I figured that's what it was. Mine does it. I got kicked out of the stream myself about 10 minutes in. But everyone just kept it going until I was able to get back.
Yep.
Here's good. Happy Yule.
Eh,
Okay. Diana says she's put the link in for the group for those who are interested. Because in 10 minutes, Diana's stream will start up, and actually, let's see, it's 3:45. No, in 15 minutes, Diana's stream will start up, and I'll shut my stream down about the same time that Diana starts hers up, and the marathon will continue. And Diana is next on the list for the marathon.
Dr. Ben.
Back to bed.
Ben, do you like liver?
I do.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell the nice people that liver is an important food that gives us lots of vitamins and minerals?
I love liver.
I mean, it does.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Chaos, can I get your help for a sec?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I'm addressing something in the side chat. I'm wondering if you'd be able to communicate that with the audience, since I'm not really able to at this point.
Okay, sure. Can you point me to where I'm looking?
I'm thinking you're talking about this.
Yes.
Okay. I could talk about, well, Sam's better at it than I am.
Okay, so the thing, are we discussing the link between the T in
the LGBT community?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the fact
they
that
were-
T has
yeah.
absolutely
I've not been
nothing
following
to
the side
do with.
chat.
Yeah, it has
yeah.
nothing to do with sexual orientation whatsoever.
Nope. I'm trans female, but I like women more than I do men. So nothing to do with orientation.
Hmm.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
Microraptor's point on
Yeah,
that.
sexuality. Yeah, sexuality and gender are entirely separate things. Your sexuality may be affected by other people's gender, but it's certainly not affected by yours beyond whether or not certain terms like lesbian might apply. But like who you're attracted to has no relation to the gender that you are.
Hmm.
Yep.
Hmm.
Like you can be male, female, or any variant of intersex or non-binary, and that none of it matters. If you're going to be attracted to women, you're going to be attracted to women, or if you're going to be attracted to men, and so on. Not going to go through the whole list.
Yep. Yeah, well
Yeah.
said.
Hmm. Okay, let's see, new topic. How about, okay, let's see. First, okay, got that. You can be biologically male, feel female, and still be attracted to women. Yes.
Yep.
You can be biological male, identify as female, and be attracted to women. You can be biologically male, identify as male, and attracted to women. It doesn't make who you identify as has nothing to do with who you are attracted to. But feel isn't really a good way to phrase it. How you identify is a better way to phrase it.
Yeah. Yeah. I also tend to not be overly fond of the terms biologically male and female, even if they're completely fine terms, just because of the amount that I hear TERFs use them, that my brain is now just like,
Yeah.
ugh.
Yeah.
Mm.
You're not
Do
the
you
only one.
Do you prefer assigned at birth?
I do personally. If other people use biologically male or biologically female, I don't mind that much. But it does in my head clock. Okay, check that person's not a TERF.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only reason why I'm a little bit more okay with it is usually I'm trying to describe a scientific point to someone. So it's easier just to go with the biology. But yeah, Chaos. I had to catch myself on that one. So used to the old name. And I have not seen you in so long. Yeah, I'm the same way. It's just one of those things that now
You're all good. I'm expecting
it-
it'll take a while for people to just shift.
it's been going on for so long that I'm starting now to do the same thing you're doing. Just go with that because it's easier. And like I've said before to other people, I'm a little bit more fluid with what I can tolerate compared to other ones. I'm not going to instantly bite someone's head off when they screw up multiple times until I actually finally get to the point where it's fuck it.
They're doing it on purpose.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is why I don't talk to my mom very often.
I have trouble remembering to use the correct gender with Robin occasionally, but a big part of that is I knew Robin as one gender for 18 years, and I've known Robin as a different gender for a year and a half. You know, it takes a little time to get over, to change that automatic memory.
To answer Icarus's question, that I don't know if it was addressed a second ago because my computer roboted, but like, yeah, being LGBT plus, generally speaking, can't help but inform your worldview because it's to do with how you experience attraction, or gender, or both. And that is part of how you interface with the world, which is going to affect your experiences and therefore your worldview. And I know plenty of people who started investigating questions that they had around religion because people in their church rejected them for being LGBT plus, and so it can definitely affect your atheism or hell, even my religiosity. Like as a pagan,
I love getting into discussions with people who are adamant that the Bible says you cannot be LGBT plus, because I say, okay, what's wrong with what I am? And when they ask me what I am, I tell them, well, first they usually start guessing. First they say, you're gay. And I said, no, I'm not gay. You're trans. No, I'm not trans. Well, what are you? I'm asexual.
Point
Now
of
tell me
reference.
tell me where the Bible says you can't be asexual.
Point of reference. I know where Sam lives, and I will not let him touch my cake.
oh, I don't need to touch the cake. I'll just send someone else to do it, and you can deal with them. It's fine.
That was my job.
I know.
You can't let chaos do it because it's my
Wait.
job.
Dr. Ben, I'm literally doing this behind the scenes. I'm trying to get into my cake. Shut up. Don't judge me.
Hey, let's also say this, though. Why are you doing it with a butter knife and not a knife that's slightly sharper?
Don't science.
You don't need a sharp knife for cake.
He's trying to get into it, not eat it.
Oh.
This is going to take me a day. I don't want to touch it. Oh, fuck.
See, I always have a really fun time trying to explain to churchy people that, like, yes, you trans and, for argument's sake, bi, but also I can be both bi and asexual, or bi and aromantic.
Right?
I think I want to address something here, and that is, it says, I think the question here is misunderstanding what's going on, because the question says the fact that you came out as atheist before coming out as transgender does not say if your decision to be an atheist had anything to do with your gender identity, and that's true. However, what you hear people like Frank Turek say that sexuality is what causes most people to go into atheism. Well, first of all, that isn't true.
Exactly.
It had nothing to do with it for me or for a lot of other people. But for those people for which it is an issue, it's not that their sexuality caused them to lose their faith. It's that the people of faith rejected them because of their sexuality. It's usually because the church put them out, or the church made them feel unwelcome, or the church said to them, you have to change who you are if you want to be accepted here. And so people aren't leaving because, hey, I want to sin, I want to be the way I am. It's no, because the church won't accept them for who they are.
That's a great way of putting it.
Yeah, and it very accurately sums it up. And I feel like at this point, a lot of them just reject LGBT plus people on principle. Like
Exactly.
the thing that Granny mentioned about being mad about asexuals. It's like, because I get people who get pissed off at me that I'm asexual, for argument's sake. But it's like, if you're mad about me being bi, okay, your book kind of says something about that. Even though it's dumb, I'll grant you that. But you're mad at me not wanting to do stuff with anyone?
Gotta make those babies.
I made 4 of them before I knew what being asexual meant. Oh, you mean there's other people like me?
I've made babies. I've made 2 babies from my penis. Just saying. Science.
So the world is going to be coming to an end.
Okay, well, we are getting very close to the top of the hour and time to hand off the stream to Lavender Lady, to Diana. So for those of you in the chat that would like to continue, people who are still wanting to have a place where you can talk and just be friendly with the community, head over to Lavender Lady's stream. In fact, I'll put a link in the chat in just a moment. She put one in earlier, but I'll go ahead and put it in again. And the stream will
Also,
continue and
cake.
the marathon will continue. You got the cake open?
I'm almost there, Granny. I'm almost there. Bear with me.
Okay. We will keep the stream open at least long enough for you to get the cake open there. All right. And B got it for me. Okay. So there's the link to Diana's stream if you want to hop over there. What I have coming up on my channel in the near future, I have a video that I've finished my portion of, but I've got a collab with Keto and Crime with Tracy to address someone who claims that the atrocities that the Catholic Church committed against First Tribes people in Canada did not happen. So there's that. First week in January, Oz Tart will be on as my guest on my stream. Next week, I do not have anyone specifically listed for stream. I've had a lot of things going on. In fact, we're going to be leaving, and I'm going to go to Virginia and see my daughter and some of my grandkids. So I don't think I'm going to have a stream on Wednesday. But that's what's coming up on my channel. Does anybody else? Nikki, do you have anything you'd like to show for?
Nothing right now. Anyone who does know me knows what's coming up here real soon.
I've almost got it.
Okay.
But anything like major coming from me will probably be sometime after the first year, because I'll finally be launching on either Twitch or YouTube. I haven't fully decided yet. But as you can see, I've already got part of it figured out.
Okay, very good. Ben, what do you have coming up?
I'm kind of taking a break until January.
Okay.
So I think we'll be having Medical Myths again starting up in January. But until then, just kind of gonna, I don't know, recharge a little bit.
Okay. Hey, I've got an old myth that you probably have never heard because it's already died away as an old wives' tale, but you might want to discuss it. Was when I was having my kids, I was told that if you eat a strawberry while you're pregnant, your baby will end up with a birthmark.
I can cover
Well,
that.
That's
That's interesting.
crazy and nonsense. Hey, Dr. Ben, before you go, I've got something nice and moist to show you.
Cake.
It's big. Are you ready?
Is it big and chocolatey?
It's fucking huge, mate. This is my cake. And I'm going to put this into my mouth now because it's Christmas.
This is why I came here.
Oh, Dr. Ben, this is really moist. This is 1 kilogram of cake. Oh,
Well,
look at it. It's so chocolate.
Sam, do you have anything coming up?
Mm.
I'm sorry. Chaos.
So I intended to try and get the video that I've been making on Faithless Forum done by the end of this month. However, shit hit the fan in relation to a couple of personal things. So we'll see if that actually comes out. That'll be coming out at some point. I'll piss a few people off. It'll be fine.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so that is what you have to look forward to. And if Stool is going to head over to Lavender Ladies as well, you can.
I'm doing science.
You're doing what?
I'm doing science. Shush.
Science.
What's science?
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I was going to say we could continue to watch Stool consume this cake. And one of the questions that could be answered is, can Stool eat that entire cake? Which I really don't think
Challenge
so.
accepted. Challenge accepted.
No. This is not a challenge. This is going to harm you if you try to eat that whole thing in one sitting.
This is so nice.
Right, Ben? That would make him sick if he tried to eat the whole thing.
Probably, but I'm here for it. I want to watch this.
Okay, well, if you want to watch it, you're going to have to head over to Diana's channel because it's time to shut this one down. But thank you everyone for coming. Thank you to everyone in the chat. Thank you for your help from Nikki, from Stool, from Chaos, from Ben, and Purple was here, and Jenny was here, and Jen was here.
This is really
we
big.
just had a great time. Yeah, it is. That is huge.
It's very, very fucking huge. Dr. Ben, I hate you. And I'm going to send you a letter from my lawyers.
Okay.
Stephanie says that cake is crying out for some custard. And Bo Smith says, with icing, it's Mr. Frosting Beard.
You know that I will do this, don't you? You know damn well I will do this. Anyway, continue, Granny.
Okay, so that's it for this stream. Everyone head over to Diana's and continue the marathon with Diana. So thanks for coming. Bye.
Ooh.